Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Cindy, and I had done a tutorial on the trusty Ziploc and the Crayola markers that I had bought in Staples a couple months ago, and I've been using these a lot. And remember, well, my tutorial, I was like so excited because it was actually $2.99, and I was like, wow. Remember years ago there was a commercial during the holidays where there was a lady with a bunch of bags and she's like, start the car. I felt that way. It's like, oh, I better buy these before before it was $2.99. To me was like a lot, not much money at all for these anyway. And at Staples of all places, yeah, I know. But so I was in Staples again a couple of weeks ago, and just to buy a storage container, and I came across these, and it's back to school. This is Labor Day, holiday weekend such, and it's back to school, and these were 98 cents. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Here I am thinking, oh, $2.99, it's a steal. It's $98 cents. I was like, whoa, wow, okay. Then my eyes went upon another set, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's $8.49, and I'm like, okay. This Latina's on a budget, so even though $8.49, I'm like, oh, to be continued. Okay, ... I'll put that in the back of my mind. I'm checking out at the register, and the cashier was like, well, you have points in your account. Now, I've always dropped off my printer cartridges, my empty printer cartridges at Staples, so I could get points. I'm not familiar with the point system, but it sounded good. So she said, yes, you have over $10 worth here. And I'm like, $10 worth? I'll be right back. So I ran back, and yeah, I got it. The Crayola Super Tips 50 pack. Yep, I got it. So I have done two tutorials. Actually, it was going to be one long tutorial, but I decided to break it up into two because I'm trying to keep my tutorials to under 20 minutes. And I figure, everybody's time is extremely valuable. So if, I could just imagine on part two, on the second, because I did explore additional colors with this, with our trusty Ziploc. Did that exercise again, and I could just imagine people. It's like, oh, look at the time, click. Because I totally get it. I mean, whenever it's over 20 minutes, I'm like, do I really need? Okay, and I do watch tutorials that's over 20 minutes because I like the artist, and I really learned from that person. So, and they're kind of entertaining, some of them. But this is part one, and then there's going to be another part two. I think it's going to be back to back. So I'm not going to make it a week later after that. So that's that. So hope you enjoyed part one and part two. So for today's tutorial, I will be going over the ingredients. This is a postcard size. Yes, I bought it from Temu. However, Amazon has a whole variety of blank watercolor papers. As a matter of fact, they have one in Strathmore 15 pack for like $6.95. I'll try that one because although they say this is watercolor, Temu has it listed as watercolor. It has a decent texture. I don't know if you can see it, but it's super thin. So I would not use this for a wet technique because I'm sure it's going to warp like crazy. But for this, it'll be great. So we have that. We have our trusty Ziploc. Yep, it's back. As well as the Crayola Super Tips 50 washable markers. I will also be using the Sharpie S Gel, so for outlines and such. So I'll be using that. And this I had for a while now. This is a calligraphy pen, thought maybe I could use this to see if, you know, for outlines and such. Might or might not use it. So that's the ingredients. So let's get started. I forgot to mention that we are using our spray bottle as well. So those are the ingredients. These are the markers I chose from the 50 pack. On my left, I have this red, yellow, and orange. Figured that's a nice fall color. And for the sky, the midnight sky, I have these various blues. So let's get started. Okay. So I'm going to do this first. It's going to be these colors are on my left. So just start playing. Start going crazy. Well, not too crazy. Just this. Let's see. And then finally the red. Okay, so I'm shooting for the bottom left over here. So here on my right, I'm gonna go for this color, followed by this. I think the last exercise I only used 3 colors, and this time I'm doubling it with 6. So I didn't realize that. Okay, so let me just run this over again. Okay. Now here comes the fun part. Let me just put these away. This not good. Here comes the fun part. Oh, I have a piece of parchment underneath too because it's going to be messy. One of those messy exercises, but it's fun. Give it a spritz and do this. Lay it right on top. Squish it around. See? Fun. Now, I would like it, we would just cheat a little. Or maybe even, let's see if we could do this. Hold on. Let's see. Just, why not? Let's see. Hold on. That could work. Yeah. Play around, play. Let's see if we could do the same with this. In case you wanted to do more. Really run around. Okay, it's not bad. I'm not too crazy about this. I'm not too crazy about this at all. I wish. So what you could do, take a paper towel, possibly just do that. Also, what you could do is, do I have one? I have one. Okay, let me just spray this. You could just help it along like that. So we just set this aside and let it dry. But through the magic of video, yay, I managed to have one on standby. This was done earlier. So It did cover a little bit more ground, unlike this one, but it dried pretty well. I'm very happy with how it came out. Also, I did another one, and I will show it to you at the end of this episode. What I did, and I don't know if you can see this, but I did a line drawing of a pair of pumpkins and some maple leaves, and you can't see this at all. Bats, 3 bats flying. So we have the whole autumn scene look here. So what I plan to do is to take my trusty gel pen and start filling in the outline. Just where the pen is, where the pencil mark is, that's what I meant to say. You just copy it right there. Now what happened was I just freehand this. Okay, what I should have done actually was start in the small pumpkin. And I'll show you why. Now sometimes, there, okay. Now you could just get a template from Google Line Art Pumpkin, and you get a whole series of pumpkins. So that's where I got this from. And I just freehand drew it. If you want, I could create a template and put it in the description box if you feel that it will help you. So actually, what I think I will use, even though I'm almost done, I kind of like it though. I wanted to give it some variation, so I wanted to use this. So let me see what happens if I a variety of thick and thins, which you really don't get that much. You could just darken this a little. Let me see. I kind of like it. You could do either or. You could just use the gel pen, or you could get one of those regular Sharpies with those pen point like this, and you could just use that too. Either or with me, I'm not so sure which one I do like. But what I will do with these maple leaves is use the fine tip. It's fun to see this come to life though when you're doing this. Let me see it. When it's pencil, you don't see anything, but then when you see it here, it's kind of fun. Veins in. Okay, so now on to the bats. Let me do the little baby one over here. One very in the distance. And you could fill that in. This one. With the bats, I freehand drew this. So that's why they're not the perfect silhouette of a bat, but actually I think what I'll do is use the brush. I think that's what I would do. That would be the best bet, because it'll cover a lot more ground, and it does. And the big one right here. So there you have it. Fun fall scene. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and on to the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That will greatly support my channel. See you next time. Bye. Show you, this is the end result from the tutorial piece that I had done, and I figured we didn't have room here for the leaves, so I placed them up here instead. But I thought maybe, I mean, it doesn't have to be confined to within the painted area. Let's see if we could do it outside. How would it look? Either or, it's your piece. So if you want to go outside the printed area, the colorful area, then you can, as so. Let's see, do a quickie one here. So, hey, looks good. I like it, either or. So this is from the tutorial piece. And then afterwards, after I shut off the iPhone, I just went a little crazy. And I started playing around with just isolated colors, like fall colors, like this one. I used this large piece, 5x7 piece. And I just used these two colors, these two color markers, along with the zip lock. And this is the end result. That was very cool. So I did a little pumpkin and some falling leaves. So that was kind of nice. What I plan to do is with these postcards in this 5x7, in Amazon, I did buy blank cards and envelopes back in June. And I thought, because I was thinking, I bought colored pencils at the time. I'll play around with colored pencils in this. So then I thought, hey, actually, this will fit nicely. If I put some double back sticky tape on here, double-sided, just tack it along, and it would make a nice card. If I could open it, yeah, there, see? It will make a nice card. So that's what I plan to do with that. So that's for that. For this size, I think they're A4s they're called. I also managed to get some blank envelopes, again from Amazon. I think they're 25 in the pack. I thought these came with blank cards, but they did not. It was just the envelopes. So what I thought I would do is, these are a perfect size for this. So what I thought I would do with that is write my little note here, you know, like happy fall or happy Halloween or something. And I was going to put words in it, you know, words in the front, like happy fall here or something. My neighbor said, don't do that, because put all your writings in the back, because what if your friend wants to, or whoever you gift this to, send this to, wants to put it up in their, you know, frame it and hang it. So I'm like, oh, okay, sounds like a good idea. So that's what I plan to do with that.